When talking about the Las Vegas Raiders, what usually comes up is how receiver Davante Adams teaming up with quarterback Derek Carr and his other weapons will make the offense that much better. And of course, head coach Josh McDaniels will have a big hand in that. But other than Chandler Jones, you don't hear a lot about how much better the defense got and what defensive coordinator Patrick Graham is going to do with them. He doesn't have any accomplishments as a coordinator yet because his personnel hasn't been the best in his 3 years as a defensive coordinator. But this year, we're going to see what he can do because he has something to work with. So this is the year Graham's name gets unearthed. In his first job with the Miami Dolphins, he didn't have the impact he wanted to in his 1 year with the team. In 2018, the year before Graham got there, the Dolphins' defense was number 29 in the NFL in yards and number 28 in points. When Graham got there in 2019, they didn't have much to work with for him, but they got a little worse. The Dolphins were number 30 in yards and number 32 in points, but they still believed in him. He moved on to the New York Giants in 2020 because it was his dream job. He had quite an impact right away with the Giants too. In 2019, before Graham got there, the Giants were number 25 in yards and number 30 in points. Graham then took over and led them to number 12 in yards and number 9 in points in 2020. Then in 2021, there was disappointment. The Giants were 21st in yards and 23rd in points. The drop was due to injuries to guys like linebacker Blake Martinez on the defense and quarterback Daniel Jones on the offense. I mentioned Jones because the offense couldn't stay on the field 4 plays when he got hurt. So what kind of scheme are we to expect? Anything and everything at any given time. Graham's not a slave to any scheme the way a lot of defensive coordinators are. He learned from the master, Belichick, that every week is going to be something different. Up front, he's mainly a base 3-4 guy, but if something the opponent does makes the 4-3 more effective, he'll be in a 4-3 that week. But whatever he's in, he likes to blitz. What a coordinator does in his first job tells you what he generally likes to do. In his year with the Dolphins, he blitzed 35% of the time, which is number 7 in the NFL, and 41% on third down for number 3 in the NFL. Coverage-wise, people like to say he likes to cover too, but that was an adaptation to the Giants' personnel after the team started 1-5 last year. In his first job with the Dolphins, Graham kept them in man coverage over 50% of the time. There were only 3 teams that stayed in man coverage more than the Dolphins in 2019. Now that he's with the Raiders, you can kind of tell what Graham wants to do by the corners. GM Dave Ziegler got him in free agency this offseason. Rock Ya-Sin is much better in man coverage with the 79.4 grade compared to 67.3 in zone last year. Darius Phillips in his limited snaps was also a lot better in man coverage with an 81.6 grade compared to 61.1 in zone. Anthony Averett was only slightly better in man coverage with a 50.7 grade compared to 49.7 in zone. Oh, and Trayvon Mullen, who's been with the Raiders since 2019, had a grade of 74.6 in man coverage compared to 61.4 in zone. Then there's second-year slot corner Nate Hobbs that excels in man and zone coverage. Make no mistake about it, Graham's going to run whatever's working at the time, but I don't think the Raiders would have gotten all these guys if the plan was to run a lot of cover 2. And if the plan was to run a lot of cover 3, I'm pretty sure Casey Hayward would still be on the team. Back to the front where the Raiders will be in the 3-4 base for the most part. They obviously won't be in their base that often, but when they are, expect to see blitzes. Max Crosby and Chandler Jones will be coming off the edges along with the 3-down linemen. But Graham has other tools to blitz with, whether it be in their base defense or sub-package. Inside linebacker Denzel Perryman is a good inside blitzer. He's the number 5 graded pass rusher among all NFL linebackers and number 2 in pass rush win rate. The only problem is he hasn't got much of a chance to blitz with the Raiders. Another guy that can bring it on the blitz is strong safety Jonathan Abram. That's the one thing Abram has done consistently well throughout his time in the NFL so far. But the Raiders haven't been much of a blitzing team since Abram's been in the league. Even Hobbs has shown he's a good blitzer from the slot. Graham will have plenty of tools at his disposal for blitzing and guys that can cover one-on-one when doing so I don't think he's going to resist. Graham has a great defensive mind, but so far, his career as the defensive coordinator has been uneven because of the circumstances he's been in. In Miami in 2019, he just didn't have much to work with. In 2020 with the Giants, the personnel was a little better, so he was able to make it happen with that group. In 2021, the group fell off a little bit because of injuries to the offense and defense. You can't have a great defense when they're on the field all the time, but now he's with the Raiders and has some tools to work with, so watch out. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.